installment. Well, hopefully, if you're watching this after the fact, it means it was successful. Got the well, I found a way of checking because I know I've had recently in these streams issues with audio. I'll get like 10 minutes in and people comment, "Hey, look, I can't hear you." So I've got the channel up here on the laptop. Well, I love that thumbnail. Looks brilliant. And essentially, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scroll down and find my stream that I'm currently doing. Right, let's see. Let's get it up. And then what I'll do is I'll say nothing, but I'll put the live stream back to the start on this. And if I can hear the audio, we should be good to go. I just need to know these kind of things. Should be a reasonably long one tonight. So I'm going to be quiet and let this do its thing. Should be a reasonably long one tonight. So I'm going to looks brilliant. And essentially what I'm going to do is scroll down and find my stream that I'm currently doing. Right? Let's see. Let's get it up. And then what I'll do is I'll say nothing, but I'll put the live stream back to the start on this. And if I can hear the audio, we should be good to go. I just need to know these kind of things. Should be a reasonably long. Well, there we go. We've got confirmation. The audio is working because it's coming through the laptop. Because I went and got the stream up just to check, and it's working. So there we go. But if I do a gaming portion with that, we will be able to go and check that. Yeah, I do remember you, Nikolai. How's it going? Oh yeah, by the way, I'm planning to do 2 streams tonight, right? You'll have this one here. I've got a friend who's coming to be helping me do some things. But essentially, right, you've got this stream and you should also get the second one, which will be part 12. Should also be tonight. Both streams will be about, this will probably be an hour or so. But I'm going to be measuring up for some things. Because I've had an idea going back and forth in my head. To do with like displays and shelving. I've had this idea for a while and I kind of want to get it, kind of organized. But this is the third night in a row. Well, of course you're going to get banned from Rivals. You were telling me in the last one that you hack the game. Wouldn't that get you banned? I don't know. I know nothing about hacking games. I've never done it. I'm not that technologically minded. But that's what you were saying. 1 second. He's on the bus for Princess Street now. I'm just going to lie down for a bit before he comes. It looks nice, eh?
You should make yourself one.
I can't see the insides of my throat. Or my throat is closing. I tell you what, I drink it hot. How did you get it? You sure? Are you going to be well enough? I'll pick this up tomorrow when I'm out. That way you'll have 2 more. Then you'll have 2. I think you'll have to be in. I've got them. I just couldn't get 2 of them to do it. You have to have them. Then you have them in that warehouse. I've called them. Yeah, there. I'm just going to look at them. There. I thought you'd be finding the new ones for a while. I never realised they were crap. I never saw anything. I'm going to go. I'm going to lie down before he comes.
Did you see I've got a new
You got a what?
up from there?
A what?
The front door, that one.
You got a new canopy? Yeah. Now, what in front isn't that bad. I just have to pop it into place. All I have to do is turn my ladder and push it in.
That one up no crack, it just popped out, I need to pop it back in. And it's pain in the ass to put ladders in there because of the strip. Well, look, then I'd say we keep the new one in case that one breaks, always handy to have the other one. All I need to do is push the plastic back into the rubber. I've just not done it. Oh, I saw that the other day, but you see that high wind? The high wind. Can the wind we had the other day? I think it has. I pushed it all in. The door's off from one of the panels for I think what was in there is this year we'll buy a new shed, and then next year I think a new greenhouse will be the way to go. Yeah, I'm going to leave it a bigger one. I think that's what we need to do for the team. That's what we're baffled by that now. I found a place in Grantham, I think it was. It sells these sheds, and that's the walking rooms and doors cheaper. And I got saying I wanted to get the company before we buy. But I said that's a big thing we're buying, so I want to look at it and see what it's like before we buy it. We can have wooden ones, but even nobody has them, it's kind of cheaper. You know the sheds ones there, the other sheds that came with the houses, so the cheaper, it's cheaper to have tin than it is real wood. That's why they're all like that. I looked up the policy and it doesn't say you can. So I looked up Niven's now policies online for gardening and all that, and it doesn't say you. So they can't say a shed's a fire hazard because the house is made of bloody wood. That'd be quite stupid. A 10-10 one doesn't allow it. They don't allow it. They say that wooden structures are fire hazard, but you're allowed a wooden house and you're allowed a wooden tent. No reading all the brains there. I don't know yet. Probably my throat's like that. I'm nearly too hungry of it. Yeah.
You're from Romania. Well, welcome. Sorry, I was just busy there. Football, innit? I'm UK. Honestly, I don't know what the hell he's on about sometimes. Anyway, so we're back doing the stream. One second. I don't know. That seems a little bit. I don't know if I should say that. The amount of times people have told me on here to say names, first and last, but it ends up meaning something completely different. I'm not playing with that. But what I will do is, everyone in the chat, go check that. Go check out So True People. Go give that channel a subscription. Anyway, so continuing on for the last couple of streams, I mentioned buying a glass display cabinet for certain things. Because not just thank you, Nikolai. Okay, right. I'm probably going to say the first part wrong, but I'll try. Bowie. Nah. Bowie, I can say the last part, but the first bit confuses me slightly. I'm dyslexic, so pronunciation's absolute hell for me. I'm from the United Kingdom. So, like I said, this will be one of 2 live streams that I'm doing tonight. So I've got this one here where we'll be doing some shelving stuff, but figuring a few things out because I've had some ideas. See, for about the last month and a half, I've debated buying. You can't find his account. Go into the live chat and click on him. That's how you find that. Don't search it. Unless you're clicking on it and it's not working, then that's probably some sort of technical problem. So let me show you the idea that's been going around in my head for the last probably about a month. I just couldn't afford to do it last time. Because, you know, the last time I got paid and stuff, it was... Yes, I'm from Great Britain. So I've had this idea a couple of times. I just couldn't afford to do it because last time I got paid, it happened to be Christmas. So I kind of forked out on that one. But here's my idea. Let me show you. So for the most part, I use Ivar shelving for all the stuff, right? Ivar shelves, for me, that's the way to go. Absolutely perfect. Works a treat. Cool. But I had an idea, right? So coming over here, I have this space over here that I want to utilize a bit better. And at first I thought, you know, getting another side to the small Ivar and connecting it with little shelves. You got 90k in the lottery. Oh, cool. But how much money is what set? You're going to have to be more specific. What set we're talking about here? I do apologize, by the way. My display's in the currently being rearranged and so. Yo, Turkey N1V. What set we're talking here? I don't know. I know the value of some. So this is the 2007 Ultimate Collector's Falcon. That's worth about 800 in its current condition. This is the Super Star Destroyer from 2011. I think that's worth about 700, right? I'm Scotland as well. I don't know approximately. I only know the values of some. So that's 800. That's worth 700. I know that that's worth about 120. That's worth about 150. These are roughly the prices. That X-Wing up the back is sealed. That's worth 100. This set here is worth about 4 grand. That's not a joke. If you know your sets, you'll know what the hell I'm on about. Like, I know what some of them are worth. I know that this, to have both of these, is about 600. I did not pay a lot of this. Are they worth more when they're built than it costs to buy? It depends, right? So say, for example, I bought this used. I paid about 650 for this one used. But brand new in the box, this goes up for like 1,500 plus to get one of these in the box, right? And this set, right, was back when they were doing kind of special certificates for Ultimate Collector sets. So see if you can get a numbered one. That's even rarer. So if you could get a sealed one of these that comes with a certificate, I think it's like the first 1,000 of these or something had little certificates, then it's worth crazy money. So that's kind of the deal. But I'm going to show you my idea. So we got this kind of section over here, right? I'm planning to buy a glass display case to put here. That's something I've been thinking about for a little while. And tonight I'm going to get that measured up. So I'm going to get my tape measure because I did put that aside for this project. So I have the rough dimensions, right? And I think the display case that I'm thinking about going for is the same width for those drawers that I'm planning to get rid of. So there's 2 options here because I've got the money set aside for this. Football cards I did years ago, like 2011, 2012. I did it in the UK. We have Match Attacks. That would be the main one I did. Pokemon cards I did some of. I don't have any at the moment, but I have. Actually, no, I do have some Pokemon cards. They're in a binder, but they're not accessible to me. So I'm going to get the tape measure. I'm going to measure this up because I want to make sure all this works. But I've got the measurements in my head, so it's all about please work. I don't want to not be able to do this. Right, so that's about 40 inches, right? Across the front of that. Right. Nice. Right, so I'm gonna get my voice crack through. I'm gonna get my laptop up, right? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the because I know the front dimensions, but I need to get the back dimensions of that up. So I'm quickly go on Amazon and find it. Amazon. Because if I buy that tonight, we can be live stream building this thing tomorrow. Honestly, I started live streaming on other apps and came here, like, even though I've had this YouTube account for 11 years. It's crazy. Right, let's get this checked out. I'm going to go on Amazon. I'll change the camera angle so you can still see me. So, you know, when people come into the stream, they don't think, the guy's gone. Right, so let's get this all figured out, right? Because I was looking at this last month, like at the start of December. How many, like, to be fair, right? I never tried to live stream on here, right, properly until the middle of last year. And by then, I hate Turkey. By then, I already had 2,000 subscribers. So I don't actually know how many you need to live stream. Right. You need 50. Do you want to know something, Nikolai? It took me 2 years to get to 100. It took me a long while to get where I've got this. Right, here we go. I found the exact cabinet I was looking at. Hey, hello, probably bigger YT person. Right. I've got the cabinet up on the laptop here, so let's see what's going on with it. They've currently got it on offer as well. Right? They've currently, instead of 150, it's 116, so I'll be stupid not to pick it up, providing the spacing will work out. No, I don't want to watch a video. You get like gloves and everything for assembling this, so it'll be an interesting stream. It says you can build this within the space of 30 minutes. No, it says it's more than just doing this stream. See, I've got like the cabinet and stuff up here. So you see. That's going to sit where those drawers are. That's kind of the plan. Right, okay. Right. Right, so I've got confirmation, right? The width is going to work, right? So 778. Hey, So it's gonna work width-wise, right? That's fine, but depth-wise, I need to check that. So gonna get the tape measure and have a look at it, see if it'll get it to work. I'm hoping it doesn't come out too far. So 36. That's it. I did read that. Not buying only. There's a 36.5. Alright, so that will work. Alright. Let's say 37, right? Coming from the wall, 37. So I'll just put that right in there. Now, so if I was to put that in there, how far does it come out? Do you know what? Yeah, that's pretty manageable. Right, so I've got to add up the height aspect of it. Oh, see, look, you've been... No. I'm staying out of this one. Right, so the height on this, right? So each compartment is 38. I don't know about if I believe the whole you can assemble that in 30 minutes. Right? It says... I'll show you the display cabinet again, right? It says you can assemble this in 30 minutes. Again, I don't know if I believe in that. Do you know what? I'll be joined in the next stream by my friend Terrakiller T1. He's going to help me build it. We'll soon see how easy that is to build. So I need to keep adding 38 into each other. So 38. So that's how tall each little cabinet is. Right? So 38. Why does it not tell you the total height? That's quite stupid, actually. I'm not adding up the numbers. Where's the... Yeah. $164 is the height. The width and depth work, I'm just checking height. $164. Well, 120 comes up to about where the TV is. So this will be quite tall. Hopefully not too tall. Well, it will be a little bit shorter than the Ivar, but that's kind of cool. It means I can put a model on top. You're my fan. Thank you very much. Right. Guys, we can buy the cabinet. I've double checked the bottom dimension is to my liking, which is 42. And you know what? After the stream, I will go ahead and buy the cabinet. That'll be really cool for content. Not to mention, it'll help me display a few other things I collect. Because I do buy other types of things, I just can't have them out at the moment. I'd rather they're in a nice cabinet. You know, I don't want to mix them in with the Lego on the shelves. But that is going to work out, and I'll have my friend here to help me build it. It's probably the best part. Like, granted, it's going to be a while before I do Lego live builds on here, but hey, look, the way things are going, I'm technically saving up content for that. I don't know where he is. He messaged me yet, because he's actually on his way here. No, not quite. Right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to position you here, and we're going to start organizing these shelves, the prequel shelves. We're going to do that for a little bit. Just to get things kind of started. But, no, I'm definitely going to order that cabinet. I think it's something I've been thinking about for a while. The money is there, so I'm just going to go ahead and get it done. Plus, it'll look cooler in that corner of the room, because I do honestly, the Lego collection, I have sold parts of it, but that was only to fund new sets. Like, for example, trying to have a good one. I sold quite a few sets actually to fund having the UCS Falcon. I think I sold an X-Wing was the main one I sold. I sold an X-Wing, I sold another type of a Falcon that I had the Force Awakens one, I sold that for that. So the only time I've ever really sold Lego for another one, to be fair, was to have that, because I really wanted one of those. Oh, hey there. Thank you, I appreciate that. Right, so I'm just going to get right into it, getting organised with the shelf. Not all the shelves will not be organised in this stream, but what is this, day 3 or 4 of trying to stream continuously? I'm curious. By the way, 18 of you guys in here, thank you very much. I appreciate everyone hitting that like button. We're going to continue to do these. But all the correct sets are on each prequel shelf. I'm just moving a few things just now that aren't Lego. And then I'll kind of update you guys on where we're actually at with all that. I have a sore throat lately, so... Ah, man, that drink helps quite a bit. I'm not going to plug... Sorry, my friend here. I'm not going to plug these... Like, I had... You know how Lego Indiana Jones returned a couple years ago? I sold a lot of it. Basically, Indiana Jones, when it returned in 2023, you know, to be part of that movie, Dial of Destiny, I bought the 3 new indie sets that came out at that time. I'll admit, I ended up selling those very quickly. I actually sold those to fund the Lego DeLorean, which, this here ended up being one of my favorite. I thought I knocked part of it off there. This ended up being one of my favorite Lego sets they ever made. You know, I really do love the movie Back to the Future, so this was worth selling those for. Don't get me wrong, I really do like Indiana Jones, and I have almost every Lego Indiana Jones minifigure that they've made. Oh, hey there, Wilhelm. So, like I said, I'll show you what the prequel shelves are looking like. Does what work? Are you going to ask me if the goddamn time machine works? To be fair, I've been asked that a few times. Right, let's get you over to the shelves. So obviously, Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back, and A New Hope are more or less sorted. Since it's... No, it's just I can... The camera primarily sits on these shelves, and normally it sits here, but, you know, I had it over here just... It's like it's a small thing. So, Return of the Jedi, pretty much okay. Empire Strikes Back is sorted. A New Hope is looking fine. Perfect. Here's the ones that need fixing. So Revenge of the Sith currently looks this way. Gear Lego. Oh, you mean like Technic? Not really. The episode 2 shelf is currently sitting like, you know, there's a Scooby-Doo bike and the Scooby-Doo Lego tree there. You know, the odd thing and stuff that needs sorted. You know, an Old Republic spear, that's the thing I use for Lego YouTube. And, you know, the Phantom Menace currently looks like that. So that's kind of the situation we're in with all of those. If you come over here, so this one has turned into a disaster zone that I need to fix. The dropship will be going there. That one's kind of fine as it is. So, you know, things are looking up in that. So, yeah, like I said, this will be one of 2 streams that I choose to do this evening. So with that, we're going to spend... Honestly, man, I don't really order a lot of things in December or January for that reason. I think the only Lego thing that I actually ordered, like small things like minifigures, will be fine. I mean, gotta love that Ki-Adi-Mundi that's recently added to that. But the only big thing I ordered in the month of December was this. Anywho, so I'm going to put you guys back over there. I'm going to get these shells kind of lined up the way I want them. And then hopefully soon we can start getting minifigures. How many's left? See, that's hard to say, Wilhelm, right? So, I'm standing on the bed to do this. It's hard to say how many's left, right? For example, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon that go there, they have been pre-ordered. The Padme, I still have not found someone making that. For the most part, almost every Jedi, with the exception of Plo Koon, who will go there, has been pre-ordered. The battle droids that go along here, I've not figured out what route I want to go with that. Like, it's small things like that that just need to be figured out, but for the most part, like, I need to find a Leia that'll match up with that look from Endor. I also need to find someone who's making the Ewok and Han Solo that will go there. Because, you know, this Ewok down here, that's official. That's fine. But the one that goes up there has to have some custom stuff done to it. But, you know, for considering this project's been going less than a year, granted, I already had all the clone troopers for it. It's not the originals I'm having problem with, Wilhelm. It's the customs. I have, with the exception of 2 figures, almost all the official minifigures that were in the game. The Gonk droid and some other character are the only official minifigure. Darth Vader, yep, he is up there. But yeah, pretty much it's like, in terms of official minifigures, for example, these Jedi up here are not official. They're all custom, but like, same thing for the Force Ghosts. But like the Bespin Guard and Mace Windu there, they're real. I have only got 2 official minifigures left to buy, to my knowledge, and I think those 2 official ones that I'm missing, they are the Gonk droid and the Droideka. So that's kind of where we're sitting at on this. This will be getting multiple episodes throughout the next couple months because I have a lot of figures that I've got to make content with on these. So that's where we're at. What do you mean, Nick? Like, who are we talking about here, Nikolai? Right. Take a drink and we're going to get started. So what I'll do in this stream is, this stream will not be a long one. Like I said, there'll be another one featuring my friend. I'll take an hour break once he gets here. Charge your phone up for a bit. Darth Vader is like the main character of Star Wars. In a way, he is one of the biggest characters in Star Wars. In fact, he's really the character. Even if you've not seen the films, you instantly know who he is. Actually, I'm going to put that up there. It's probably smarter. So, honestly, I'm surprised that set has hung around for 3.5 years as it is. For a Lego set, that's like a very long time. They don't usually get that long a lifespan. So these 2 parts here, they're going up there, so I don't particularly need those. We've got the ATRT here from 2005. I'll put that up there temporarily. It's a pretty cool build back because you play as it in the complete saga. I've got this is the speeder bike from the 05 turbo tank, one of those legendary Kashyyyk troopers. Got the Grievous wheel bike there from 05. So I'm going to pull a few things off the visible hand, but I do need to find a few bits that unfortunately popped off it. What's going on? Right, I'll tell you something, right? I'll tell you something really annoying that happened. So, see when the ATTE came out in 2022, all right? I had, been working. It was my first, I was still, I've been working hard at work, getting a few extra bit of money aside because I was planning to buy 2 of them, right? On day 1. And also planning to buy like the clone turbo tank, not turbo tank. I was planning to buy 2 of the fighter tanks that were out at the time, and a couple of minifig packs. I was planning to go to the Lego store on that day. Hey Emil, you're done. And I was planning to just buy a lot of clone trooper stuff. I'd set out the budget. I was going to buy 2 of the ATTEs, 4 of the minifig packs of clone trooper 1, and 2 of the fighter tanks. See, when I got to the Lego store on that morning, I was with my friend Terror Killer T1, and I suppose this guy's now a dead channel, but David's Lego Hut. And yeah, I'm alright, how are you? So we get there, right? It's like very early in the morning. You know, we're queuing up outside the Lego store. And it gets to like 5 minutes before the store's meant to open. And this Lego employee comes out, right? And he goes, right, I've got an announcement to make. Unfortunately, there's 2 things we are currently not carrying, right? No, there was 3 things. Yeah, I remember you from the last, from one of the past live streams. And he comes and goes, these 3 things we do not have. We do not have many fig packs. We do not have the ATTE. And they were missing some Harry Potter set. And I was like, well, that's 2 of the things I was planning to buy immediately not there. And we went in the Lego store, right? And they had 1 fighter tank. So I ended up buying that and Obi-Wan Starfighter. That was all I bought. And later that same day, me and my friends were on the way back home. We were on the train. And I was able to buy an ATTE from Amazon. I was only able to buy 1, to be fair. But I didn't pay like more than retail. I paid a bang on retail for it. And it was there the next day. And I remember building it coming after a long day at work. So I was able to get 1. But like, since then, I think that was the last time I went to the Lego store for a release. I don't think I've done it since. I quickly need to go use the toilet. I'll be right back, and then we'll continue. Oh, God damn it. Alright, I'm back. I don't know for how long, but yeah, like I said, when he gets here, I'm going to end the stream. Not funny, really. Hey. So yeah, essentially, that was annoying. I think the last time I went to the Lego store for a release was... been a while. I think it's been a good couple of years since I last bothered to do it. But, like, the last 2 sets that I wanted when they released were UCS sets, right? Thank you, Wilhelm. So I didn't really feel the need to go out and buy them in the store. The last two sets that I bought, bang on release time, were the UCS Sail Barge and the UCS Slave Woman, the last two that I felt the need to actually go out and buy when they were released. Now, yep, I'm right. There's an Archon 70 for some reason up in the Return of the Jedi display. As was pointed out by many eagle-eyed TikTok viewers, I didn't realise it was sitting up here. There we go. Let's get that out. Granted, its cannons have popped off, which this set does have some issues. Yes, I do have that Cloud City. I didn't pay that for it. I'm gonna have to make a YouTube video about that. I didn't buy it in one go. So the Boba I never really planned on buying the set once it hit that value. I was like, you know what? Unless I win the lottery, I'm not going to buy it. And here's how it happened. So I bought a £70 lot off eBay, right? Now it's an open box, right, with no lid. And it's like 10, 20 years worth of dust sitting on a bunch of figures. Now I bought it because it had a lot of Phase 2 clones in it. And it turns out Cloud City Boba Fett was in that lot of dusty figures. I'd sat in an attic for years, right? And I was, honestly, it was insane to have that figure for that kind of money. And then a month later, I found the Cloud City built, just a build, no instructions, nothing else, for $150 on eBay, so I picked it up. At that point, I'd already had the Vader, the Lando, the Carbonite, and the Stormtrooper, so I just needed Luke, Leia, and Han. And this was in late 2023. So, fast forward to July of 2024, I picked up the Leia for, I think, $110 off eBay. And then in the August, I picked up the Luke for $290. Luke was the only figure I couldn't find a way to get cheaper. And then go all the way forward to June of last year, and I picked up the Han for $50. But that's because the Han Solo was also in the minifig pack, which was released in 2000. So, you know, he was easier to get than any other figure in that set. So that's kind of how I got one. Right, so Palpatine's shuttle should probably be up the back there. That droid tri-fighter can go there. That cannon for the turbo tank should probably go there. Vader's transfer. I'll figure that out. With the invisible hand here. But yeah, I paid well under $1,000. I think I paid about 700 or something. All in. So not only a part has jumped off this, I need to find it. But yeah, that's the story. I basically got mine. Also, that's a lot of money, but like, see, in terms of Cloud City values, dirt cheap. So I will take the camera and show you. It's wild. But, you know, it's one of those sets, it's like, see, for the first week or two of having that Cloud City Boba, I had that big kind of inner debate with myself. It's like, do I sell it? Do I keep it? Because at the time, there was other Lego sets I wanted, and in my head, I was like, selling that Boba Fett could give me the possibility to buy some of these. In the end, I decided not to. So there's not too much long left on this live, but I'll show you the Revenge of the Sith shelf. It's just because I don't want to be streaming when my friend gets here. And, well, he'll be on stream later. I'll get you guys to check out his channel. It's worthwhile if you like things like Transformers and Power Rangers. So that's how we got the Revenge of the Sith shelf looking. I do need to pick up Anakin and Obi-Wan's Interceptors. I did have them, but there's a reason I don't. That's alright. The reason I don't have an Obi-Wan or Anakin's Interceptors on here is I had The 2016 and 2021 2016 and 2020 versions, I sold them nearly 2 years ago because I had the intention of buying the Ultimate Space Battle from 2005 and having the one from there on it. I've still not got around to doing that. So I've got to sort out these two, and then that will call it for the stream. And also in the next stream, we'll come back. It'll be a long stream. I'll even throw some gaming in. In fact, while he's here, yeah, it's all right, Wilhelm. In fact, while my friend's here, I'll do some like gaming ones with the complete saga and stuff. I've actually got the PS3 controllers charging right now. But yeah, it's looking good. Well, I will end the stream if he just shows up, which I'm kind of anticipating he will. Like, he got on the bus to my area because he had to come from another city. He got on that bus quite a while ago, like before this stream started, right? I'm going to tell you something, Nikolai. I've never played Roblox once. I think I played it, if I have played it, I think I played it maybe once, like 9 years ago, for 10 minutes. Like, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because he messaged me like before the stream. This stream's like nearly 47 minutes in. It taking a little bit less than that to get here. So he's potentially like walking up the path or something right now. If he is, this stream will be ending in a couple of minutes. He will be on the streams later, and what I'll do is I'll get him to comment on this stream, and I'll make his comment the pinned one so everyone sees it. And I'll get you guys to check out his channel because I want to try and get him to, you know, at least a bit more subscribers this year. Will be kind of cool for him. There's a crap ton of posters and stuff. That is a part of the display I'm not happy with. It does need to get changed out. There we go. So episode 1's fixed. Episode 2, I'm going to put a few things up this way. Yeah, see, for a short stream, that'll probably just be under an hour. Not too bad. It'll be one of those rare nights where you get 2 streams, but the next one will be quite long. Because I am planning to go from battery 100% down with that stream. Because I don't have work tomorrow, so, you know, it is a possibility that I can do that. I do, however, really need to fix the engines on Suburban Quadra, so there we go. Right, so anything that isn't Attack of the Clones is just temporarily going up there. Because, of course, I do have a TikTok series called Moving Things Around, so I'll have to film some stuff for that, which is, you know, display-related content is probably the best way to put it. Right, so, Django fits. So we have one there. Take that tree away. Yes, I said tree. I'm going to move these Retro Geonosis builds down there. I'll have the ATTE kind of sit in there. I will say that acclimator, its nose is so easy to break. Let's see. Where they put right, so the Geonosian Starfight. Oh, this is one of my favourite sets in my collection. This is one of the very few sets I have that are as old as me. It's a pretty cool set though. Honestly, guys, I've never really played it. I've just never got into it. It's one of the very few sets in the collection that are as old as me. 2003 Geonosian Starfighter. So that's going to go there. And I'll have like Dooku's. There it is. This Dooku Speeder from 2002. And I've got the little crane from the set next to it. It is looking decent. Obviously, the minifigures and stuff are still a bit added. There's bits to be done. But let me show you where we're at. Because I'm going to end the stream in a couple of minutes. It's been a fun stream for how short it is. So we got Return of the Jedi looking brilliant. Obviously, there's bits and stuff up here that I've thrown up that need to be dealt with, but see here. Oh yeah, I should probably put that in Revenge of the Sith. Let's get that in there. So Attack of the Clones is looking a lot better. There's two of these. I've got the other one there. Maybe I should get. There's a little maintenance cart that comes with that, so maybe I should make it look like it's flying. And of course, you got episode 1 here, which is sorted. Also, there's not a whole bunch of episode 1 sets that I desire to buy in terms of Lego because they just don't release a lot of stuff that isn't duplicates anymore. I do want to get that set where it's like where Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan fend off Maul. But, you know, the shelving is good because I add the minifigures and I actually do need to take this cannon down and move that there. I do have the other end of that cannon. It has just popped off. It sometimes does that. The bit that goes on there. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next stream, which will be later on. Let's see. It's currently 10 minutes to 7. So let's say around... I'll be live again around 8, right? I'm planning to be back live at 8. We'll do minifigures, we'll do gaming. I'll try and make it a several-hour live stream. This one was just under an hour, but it was just a small taster. Try and get some stuff done before other people got here. And, you know, it is looking great. And, of course, we outlined the cabinet project coming soon. I will see you guys later on.